More than 2,000 high schools in the state of Florida. Only 64 of them could make it through tonight, though.
And only 21 of our teams here in Central Florida had a chance to advance to the next round. Time to find out how many will survive. All right, let's go.
They're coming in from far and wide, filled with team spirit and hometown pride. All fired up from the big pepper rally last night. Hear the marching band playing the fight song. Teams charging the field, ready to get it on. Cheerleaders working up the crowd with all their might. That's what I love about a high school football Friday night.
It's round 2 of the playoffs, and we're starting to run out of teams. So this will be the final episode of Football Friday Night this season. It's presented by McCoy Federal Credit Union. Good evening, everyone. I'm Joe Kepner.
And I'm Jared Oliver. And since it's the last show, we're going to make it a good one, starting with the game of the week between Lake Mary and Seminole.
Now, the rematch from week 9. That didn't go well for Lake Mary back then. Rams had 4 turnovers in that game, scored a season-low 12 points in their only loss of the season, but crazy things can happen in the playoffs. Seminole looking to make it 6 in a row in the series, and the Noles would get on the board first with the Dante Whack air and ground attack. Picks up 37 yards on this pass from Luke Rucker. Recovers his own fumble there at the 7. That Whack catch sets up this Whack run. 1-yard touchdown, 6-0 Big Orange at the end of the first. Rams unable to get anything on offense in the first half, but their defense comes through. Rucker picked off by O.J. Mosley. And with 1:35 left in the half, the pick 6 puts Lake Mary in front by 1. Now, the ensuing drive for the Noles, though, pinned at their own 3-yard line. They go back to Whack, and he bursts through the heart of the defense. Chews up 67 yards, puts the Noles back in Lake Mary territory. All right, a couple plays later, Rucker finds future UCF Knight Jakari Henderson. There he is, 29-yard touchdown, and it's Seminole up 12-7 at the half. Let's skip to the 4th. Noles on 4th and 8. Refs try to stop the field goal, but Cale Tomlin gets hammered after the whistle. Unnecessary roughness gives the Noles a first down, and like my 8th grade yearbook picture, Seminole puts this one away forever. Touchdown, Cam Moore, another future Knight. Makes it 18-7. Noles defense with another impressive performance, lifting the Seminoles back into the 8A regional finals. Shane Whitehead caught up with that guy, head coach Eric Lodge, after the win.
It's always a battle between the two of us. You know, even if one team is bad and one team's good, it just seems like it's always going to be close for whatever reason. And, you know, in playoff football, when your life's on the line, you're going to get everybody's best shot. And they, you know, hats off to them. They played really hard. You know, we're the better team.
It was a hard-fought game, I guess, that we're used to. But our defense, they came out, did what they're supposed to. I let up an interception I shouldn't have, but my defense got my back, and the O-line did what they're supposed to, and we came victorious. So
a win's a win, and, you know, like you said, survive and advance. In the playoffs, it doesn't matter what the score is as long as you're playing next week.
The Apopka Blue Darters and Bartram Trail Bears both scored 42 points last week in round 1. Obviously, both teams can score. Now they have to do it against each other. Apopka off to a great start. How about a pick 6? Nakai Martinez jumps the route and nobody in front to stop him. An easy score for the Blue Darters. Apopka offense back on the field this time. An elite run by Keandre Jones right up the gut and spins out of a would-be tackle for a touchdown. Bartram looking for answers like an SAT test. Quarterback Riley Trujillo keeps it on the run, but can't hold on to the ball, and the Blue Darters defense recovers. A great night for Apopka's defense. Bartram Trail tries to get cute, but it didn't work on this next play. Didn't work in their favor. It's picked off by Caven Call. They got cute and didn't work out. Second half, it's more of the same. The Blue Darters doing whatever they want. Jones weaves through the defense, and Apopka put this game away in a hurry. Blue Darters win 34-3. Which means Apopka and Seminole will play in the regional final. Two teams who have a lot of good players. Kickoff will be next Friday at 7:30.
Elsewhere, an 8A Boone season coming to an end in Port St. Lucie tonight. Braves losing to Treasure Coast 51-19. Titans running back Eden James is the son of Hurricanes Hall of Famer Edgewater James. All right, and that brings us to the final 8A contenders in Central Florida and another rematch from last month, Osceola and West Orange. Cowboys won that game 35-14. It was the only time this season the Warriors have given up more than 14 points. West Orange defense eager to prove that game was an anomaly. Warriors once again hosting the rematch and the defense ready to go. Forcing the fumble at midfield, West Orange takes over at the 45. But then it's Tyler Huff. Nice looking ball, just a little too far. Picked off by Jakeem Jackson in the end zone. That ends the Warriors' threat. Let's skip all the way to the third quarter. Still no score until Terrell Walden finds a path to the end zone. 7-0 Warriors. Cheerleaders gonna do their thing. And then it's the West Orange special teams coming up with a huge play. Blocking the punt. Gunnar Holland recovers for the Cowboys, but he's sitting in the end zone, so that's a safety. Osceola wouldn't get on the board until the fourth quarter. Tavion Swint finding a little bit of room on the left side. 6-yard TD. You've got a 2-point game. Cowboys would get the ball back with a chance to win it, but the ball slips out of Chad Masco's hand. Eddie Kelly picks it up, and it's a West Orange party in the end zone. Warriors avenge their only loss of the season. They beat the Cowboys 16-7. West Orange advancing to the regional finals. They'll take on Venice, which beat Riverview Sarasota by 42 points tonight. Venice is the 1 seed, so they will host next Friday, 7:30.
Moving to 7A, number 1 Edgewater had no issues with Bartow last week and had a second-round date with Lake Gibson. The Braves survived a close one against Lakeland and would have to bring their lunch pail tonight. Cameron Duke hoping his Eagles could punch their ticket for the regional finals. It looked good in the first quarter. Quarterback Chase Carter hits the open Kemp McGee down the middle of the sloppy field, but the Braves can't get to him. It's 7-0 Edgewater. But Lake Gibson had the run game working in the rain tonight. Jalen Glover just running people over. He was finally brought down inside the 5-yard line. A couple of plays later, it's that Glover guy. Rather easy from a yard out. Game tied at 7. Same score in the second when the Edgewater offense puts together a nice drive. It's capped off with a short C.J. Baxter touchdown run. Eagles would be back on top 14-7, but the Eagles defense didn't have an answer for Glover. The Braves back, rips off this 55-yard touchdown run through the rain, dampening the Eagles' hopes of advancing. Edgewater's possession after the Braves score doesn't go as planned. Carter is sacked in the end zone by Wade Tyre, and here's the safety right there. That's what you call a safety. Puts Lake Gibson up 15-14 at the half. And it was all Braves in the second half. Lake Gibson goes on to win and upsets Edgewater 32-14, ending Edgewater's dream of a 7A title. Lake Gibson will face another Central Florida team next week. Melbourne took down Martin County 36-7 tonight, so the Bulldogs will host Lake Gibson on Black Friday, Joe.
All right, staying in 7A, Orange City University traveling to Buchholz. Our friends at WCJB in Gainesville tracking this one down for us. Bobcats striking early and often. Creed Whitmore airing it out, hits Quan Lee for one of his 2 scores in the first half. Buchholz wins this big, 39-7.
And number 3 Jones traveled to play number 2 Auburndale. The Tigers rolled the Bloodhounds tonight in a 43-7 win. They will have a date with undefeated Vanguard next Friday.
All right, dropping to Class 5A and yet another rematch from October. Rockledge was undefeated when they hosted Merritt Island 4 Friday nights ago, but the Mustangs held the Raiders to a season-low 6 points. And that helped the Mustangs finish first in the region, so they got to host the rematch tonight. Picked this one up at the start of the third. Merritt Island 7-0. And on the opening kickoff, Julius Negron is going to show some athleticism. Stays on his feet, takes it out to midfield. That leads to this. Brady Denneberg to C.J. Bragg. Touchdown Merritt Island. Mustangs with a 14-0 lead. Next drive for Rockledge. Nothing makes a comeback more difficult than a turnover. Traven Green throws the interception, but the Raiders would get another chance. This time they give it to L.J. Watkin. He slips through for the 16-yard touchdown. Rockledge only down 8, but later in the third, rain now attacking the field. Green's throw falls short, and so does this comeback. Merritt Island holds on for a 21-6 win.
Number 7 Bishop Moore beat number 2 Denellen by a point last week. Now they've got satellite possession. Gage Malkin is going to dial it up for a back shoulder throw to Garrett Tantius. A great catch and throw down at the 25, and that would set up Eddie Combs for a touchdown from Malkin, and that tied it up at 7 apiece. More from the Scorpions inside the 5. This time, it'll be a jump ball to Parker Dawson. Here it is. Great throw, great catch to Dawson. Satellite looks like a team that wants to keep their season alive. Bishop Moore, though, not going away quietly. D'Angelo Reed gets the handoff, and he'll go into the end zone untouched. The Scorpions score more points than the Hornets. They win 28-14. That means it will be Satellite at Merritt Island next Friday with a trip to the state semifinals on the line. Mustangs beat the Scorpions 20-7 just 3 weeks ago. So that's a wrap of 8A through 5A.
Quick reminder, if you missed any of the highlights because you were chasing your dog around trying to get her to drop your favorite Star Wars action figure at school, we've all been there. You can watch all the highlights again on the sports page at WFTV.com. And we're not quite done with round 2 yet, though. Coming up, South Sumter travels to Cocoa, trying to end one of the most impressive playoff streaks in state history. Plus, Orlando Christian Prep, technically the home team tonight, but had to borrow someone else's field for their matchup against Holy Trinity.
And the Sunshine State Athletic Conference getting ready for their state championship games. We'll preview the matchup between Lake Highland Prep and Mount Dora Christian. And all year long, we've had some great halftime performances from our bands all over Central Florida.
And we're now going to give you the best of the high school bands in 2021, presented by Farah and Farah.